What up, though, y'all? What up, though? What up, though? Today I have a special guest. Welcome to All Black All the Time podcast. I'm your friendly host, Umoja. This is the lovely Sierra. I will let her introduce herself in a second. Before I get started, I want to remind y'all that this is All Black All the Time, where we talk about all things black all the time. I really do hope y'all like the content. I'm trying to get better at it to make it a little more entertaining for the people of America. And please share the content, subscribe to the podcast, watch it everywhere because I'm trying to have it everywhere. Now, before we get started with the topics of the day, how about you introduce yourself, woman?
Yes, well, you introduced me as Sierra, so Sierra. It is from Corporate Classy, but Please Come Correct podcast. But no,
Thank you.
you already know. But
Baby, you know I ain't no hoster. Thank you though. I should have
you should have
introduced you
introduced
with your
me.
podcast.
But it's
But go
okay.
ahead. Go ahead.
But no, I am just your typical Black woman in the corporate world. I'm being exposed, living out here in Oregon, and really tapping into the culture. I'll tell you, Umoja, just meeting you and understanding how important it is for us to come together and build community in the Black culture. It's an amazing thing. So I don't like to talk about myself. I don't have too much to talk about outside of I'm out here doing the work, doing what I can to support
She lying.
my people.
She lying. But this ain't Let's Introduce the World to Sierra podcast though. So I feel you. But no, you definitely more than a pretty chocolate face. That's for dang sure.
Absolutely.
She's holding it down out here. But we do got some stuff to get into. And what was on my mind first this week is something that I think that you could identify with a little bit. See, is the No Kings protest that went on this shit yesterday. I think it was, yeah, just yesterday it was going on all in different countries, actually, not just here. But I wanted to focus on here where we had in the Pacific Northwest. They had one. And just to give people some numbers, in the United States it was estimated, it's a big estimation, between 4 and 7 million people was going to be involved in protests, and it was going to be anywhere from 2,600 to 2,700 protest sites across America. And what you think about those numbers?
I mean, it's a lot. You know, when you really truly think about it, think about the amount of sight that people are showing up in. And I would just think about
Hmm.
just locally in your areas, because for our area, right, there was a lot of people out there. Now, were they our people? It was a handful. But from what I've seen
Hmm.
yesterday and from what I saw with the other one that they had before, it was a lot
Hmm.
of, you know, the white culture. Yeah, it's a lot. It's crazy how we
I
can
think it's
fellowship for things like that instead of really fellowshipping for, our own community.
it is interesting. I know in one of the groups that I'm in, it's a group, it's a black group, and it came up. People was like, "Hey, they got this No King stuff. Make sure y'all stay at home." And I heard and read everything from, "Yeah, stay at home. This ain't our fight," to, "Well, when is it ever time to not just sit down and do nothing?" Literally, that's like the whole spectrum right there. Stay at home. It's not our fight. To, okay, but when is it ever time to do something? Because it seems like we're doing nothing. And I understand the whole spectrum. I understand the thought process and how people feel wherever where you are coming from. Where do you sit at it though? Along the spectrum of let's get out there and march and do whatever we can to fight against the patriarchy, the supremacy, the everything, or sit your black ass down and just try to live your life?
Listen,
Because that seems to be the.
it's crazy because for me, I think it's important to, protest fellowship with your people. But I think this is one of those fights also to sit your black ass at home. I think too, because we've been dealing with what everyone else is feeling, right? It's not new. We've been dealing with those same things forever. And I was in one of these black chats here too, and I read the long posts. I read some comments and just the way people are thinking about, we should stay in the house, or they don't care about us when we have things going on, or let's go out there, let's show our face. And just immediate reaction where I see people say it's not safe for us to be out there. It's not safe for us to riot with them because anytime it's a number of Black people, we are considered a threat. And so being able to just see that, I just think this is one of those things that is not a fight. And I'm that person to stay out the house. Now, granted, I look and I read at it and read it all the time, but it's not my, I don't think it's my fight. So I'm not going to go out here with no sign because I made it very clear,
Right.
when I vote. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of the same. I'm kind of the same. But my main gripe about the energy behind this is just where's the energy for us?
yeah, that's what I don't get.
Because we'll see on the news. We'll see on the news, Sierra. I'm talking about in the last couple months, several brothers being lynched, hung. More than one Black truck driver just coming up missing. This is in the news. In 2025, where were we at, mama? Where was the people saying we need to mosey up and do it? Because what the hell is going on in America if they still lynching Black people?
No
You would
protests.
think
None of that is happening.
you would think it'll be something going on. That's just one instance of Black oppression. We don't got to talk about, well, what about work? What about education? What about criminality over police? We could talk about so many Black issues that is still happening like it was 1960, and we just do like it's normal. That's what we don't admit, because we accept that as normal. Us being mistreated, that's just sewn into our reality. We're supposed to be mistreated and shut up about it. That's the truth. That's the honesty that we never want to just sit there. Why are we like that? Let's not talk about white people. Let's not talk about nothing else but what is going to change that thought process of it's okay for us to be mistreated indefinitely. Indefinitely. That's okay. But when Trump, Trump is not going to be president forever, y'all. But guess what? Black people still going to
We're
be
still going to be here.
a thumb
So let me ask you a question.
under a finger.
What if,
Please.
because you see how every state come together for No Kings, right? Why can't we put something out there, or maybe it has been done and I just don't know. Why don't we put something out here
Mm-hmm.
that's called, I guess, the Black Town Hall and say, hey, if you're ready for a change, show up. Has that been done before? Have you seen that? And if you did, like, do people actually show up?
Let me tell you something. Yes, it was done. It was done. Guess when? At an election time. I think it was actually done when Biden was last running, when it was Killer Mike was up there, T.I. was
Hmm.
up there, a bunch of your favorite rappers was up there, and guess what they was talking? Politics and what we should do. Now I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think that our greatest minds are our rappers and our entertainers to be talking about politics and the future of our people? And I only say that because when you talk about the people who are actually running the country, the people who actually running the finances, the education, they don't rap. They don't do music. They don't entertain. That's not what their profession is. And when you think about the best Asians, the best white people, the best whoever you can, we don't even know who they are, but we damn sure don't think about a basketball player. We damn sure don't think about a rock and roll star.
So are you saying
We
those
don't.
people
We think
can't
about
do it?
I'm not saying that they can't. This is what I'm saying very, very loud and clearly is that putting entertainers in front of our face at like their leaders is plain in our fucking face. Hard stop. Because mama, listen to me. When they walk into Chris Rock, I think it was Chris Rock who had a joke and he was like, yeah, man, I finally made it. I'm getting millions of dollars and everything. But my neighbor, he's a dentist. And him over there, you understand what I'm saying? It's like our entertainers get put together because they're the most popular. So the same entertainer who would say vote, 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 they will go and do a show for Trump. They will go do a hip hop show for Trump. The same people. And then when you see them, they don't look like professionals. They look like children. They're dressed up in their holes in their pants. And that does matter. How you look and represent absolutely does matter because no one's taking us serious. When they see our rappers holding a town hall talking about vote Democrat, I promise you they're looking like we got them. We got them exactly where we want them. I promise you. I promise you, mama, because when we go out into the world, the fruit that they're actually bearing is fuck you, bitch, I'll shoot you. Pop these pills, I'll loot you. That's the
Oh,
actual fruit. It's the truth though. That's the actual fruit that they're bearing. They're
Not
not
all
bearing
of
voting.
them. And if you really
Mama, pick one. Pick one and let's put on the song.
but if you think about it, a lot
Hear
of
me.
them have stepped away from the entertainment business, to your point being,
Hmm.
you got to change the way you look, to change the way you carry yourself, change the things that's in your rap if you want people to believe you. But also, it's all in their tactics. Of course, they're gonna get people up there who gonna drive the most black people in, or whatever nationality it is. That's what they do. But it's up
Hmm.
to us to really stand and make some changes. I
For
think
sure.
when you do have that leverage to be invited to do whatever you want to do, whether it's perform, how are you leveraging that? Are you just going up there for the bag? Or are you going up there with a plan and a mission that this is what we're going to do? And this is what I'm asking of you. You want me to show up at your show? What can you do for
Hmm.
us? These are some of the things that we need for you to do. So,
You definitely won't see me quoting the Bible much at all. But some things, some phrases from the Bible is just brilliant. And one phrase from the Bible, you can tell a tree by the fruit that it
mm,
bears, mama. No matter what we could see, what you're talking about is what's in your mind and in your soul and in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing it for? Because it could be so good. It could be so good. Absolutely. But what history does and what empirical evidence, we could like do numbers and say this been going on for this many years, then this is what's happening. The evidence is not good. No matter how we try to make it look, the evidence of what the music can be, because black music can be great. It could be our number one industry, literally from top to bottom, just music. But it's not. It's promoting gang violence. That's what it promotes. Get your Draco. Seriously, if we're being honest about it, that's what the best stuff is talking about. Just get money, spend money. Mind you, the people who love it, the people who buy it have nothing. They're in the hood singing these things, dreaming, man. It's insane, really. But yeah, I'm similar though. In my mind, I'm like, this could be great. Look, well, what if you come in here with this? But then I think about, okay, what is the fruit? What does the evidence say? For all these years, these people have been doing this since Bill Clinton had a saxophone on Arsenio Hall,
mhm.
mama. That happened. That literally happened. And guess what black people did? He like us. He smoked weed. And then guess what Bill Clinton did? Three strikes law. Literally. Crazy town, mama. Crazy. Back to the no kings though, and the black participation. It made me think. It made me think about our numbers and our strength, which is our
Mhm.
numbers. And it's about 51 million of us in here right now. We're slowly climbing. Actually, we're like 14 point something percent of the population. In my mind, I'm like, okay, how many adults is it, right? Adults in America, about 37 million black adults. So I said it's 37 million. I don't even know how many percent 2 million would be, but let's just say 2 million out of 37 million adults. So let's just say, let's not put million on it. Let's just say it's 37 people. And somebody asked for two of them joints, for two of them 37 people to put in $25 in one United Bank, a black
Mhm.
bank. Okay. Just two of the 37. If they would do that, that would be $50. But we're talking about million, but I'm just trying to minimize it so people could get their heads wrapped around it. That would be $50 million sitting around saying, what are we going to do? That's a lot of money, y'all, whether you believe it or not. And if 4 million did it, that'd be 100 million. If we went all the way up to 30 million out of the 37 million black adults, mind you, mama, I said $25, not your whole life savings, just $25 in it. But when you build something and organize and do it together, it turns into $750 million. Then what could happen? You could concentrate your resources. Instead of that 2 trillion spending power, we could say, what are we spending $2 trillion on? Toilet paper? Okay, well, we're going to black toilet paper. Oh, we getting cars? We need to start making sure that we're designing and building cars now then. If we're spending all this money on cars. Alcohol, Hennessy, we like Hennessy? No, we don't. If y'all have to drink, let's get the black brand now. That type of stuff. Organizing, thinking for ourselves. The biggest one though, y'all, the biggest one that I don't understand how we aren't excited about this. If we was to invest in our own bank and give our own bank financial power, when we have these business ideas and we have a small business that's performing and we say, if we just had this, it will go, we can go to our own bank and say, look, this is our idea. This is what we're doing. And you know what they won't do? They won't put a whole bunch of red tape in front of us so that we can't get it. They'll check and see if we're real. They'll see that we're real people. They'll understand that we already had a rough time. Maybe our credit ain't the best. Maybe this is, but guess what? We're going to give you this loan. And if you screw it up, you screw it up. Then you pay still. It's
Let me
no
ask you a
different.
question.
But we
Have
go, please.
you, because I know you are big, advocate for Black banks. We don't have many, but you also bank with one. Have you ever thought about like reaching out to them, like you personally, and see, what is it that they're needing? How can we advertise a certain type of way to get more Black people in? I'm just thinking about things of, because you go so hard for the bank, which I get it, because it's like we need that. We need
Mhm.
our own banks, schools, hospitals, all the things. Because you are an advocate for them, and it's like, have you identified what it is that they actually need, and how can we play a part locally to help with that outside of our voice? Because I know you've brought a ton of people on,
Yeah.
including myself, with the Black Bank.
Hmm.
Just give you things to think about, like what would that look
Yeah,
like?
for sure. For sure. My small idea was to get people excited about signing up, and then as people do, then us people do writing them and saying, hey, this is what's going on. How can we do better? How can we make deals for people signing up? How can we do more as a bank? But really they need the support.
Right.
They need the support. Like I've never seen a One United Bank commercial ever in life.
Mhm.
Maybe they are in certain places, but I've never seen one, right? And really, it's so important because as you were talking, I'm thinking about like places where you live, or where you from, or certain places like Georgia, places like Mississippi, where there's a huge Black population, but in those spots, by design, it's decrepit in terms of development. There's no new schools being built. There's no new programs being built. There's no new anything being built. They're taking police stations and just letting the kids kill each
Listen,
other.
my school don't have
Like
a
it's
football
really,
team. A
I'm talking
football
about
team
in a place down south where football
is a
is literally
thing.
king.
Yes. First
Literally,
year
it's a
ever.
thing for kids. So what I was getting to is what the governments in places where there's Black populations is not funded correctly. That's a hard stop. It is not, and everybody knows it, and everybody just goes along with it like it's okay. So what that their schools is not, because why? Back to the part. That's how it's okay for Black people to be mistreated in America
Crazy.
because they're second and third class citizens. But it's the truth. And we just roll along with it. We know that. And that's why when you talk about it's so many Black people down here, why ain't y'all mashing? Well, because nobody's organizing us. Everybody's just moseying along like this is how it's supposed to be. And then when somebody do say, hey, why y'all walking around like this? Shut up. This how it's supposed to be. Okay. Okay. If this is how it's supposed to be. But it's really difficult. The first part about it is education, but it's hard to try to teach somebody when they hungry. It's hard to try to teach somebody when they worried about how I'm gonna keep my lights on. It's really hard for people to think about how can I get smart and better myself when I'm freaking hungry, man. So how we gonna get to this money?
Mm,
How we gonna get to the money if we not even willing, the people who have a little bit of money is not willing to invest some of it in ourselves?
I agree. That makes sense.
Now on to some other news. Now on to some Negro news. Something happier. I learned something this last week. I'm gonna ask you, C.
I don't even know if it's true.
Did you? Good. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something. I did not know nothing about this until really the last few days. But there's something in the UK, United Kingdom, Europe. First of all, let me trip you on this. Did you know that in Europe, in the UK, Black History Month is October this month?
Mm-mm.
Did you
Yep.
know that? All the years of your life. Did you ever know that? See, ain't that crazy? And in this month, they do a huge festival called the Black Roots and Voices Expressed Festival, or the Brave Festival. And it's huge. Arts, dancing. In my mind, I could think of it like a Mardi Gras, or what is it? I think the Afro Latinos call it just festival. I think it's called just festival. They do like a 3-day festival and they call it festival. I think that's what it's called. But it's just a big party, right? With arts. But apparently it's incredible. I don't even know how long it's been going on, but it just tripped me out. It put me in the mind of like we get stuck in one place and our minds just will not go outside. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like it really rapid. Like, wait a minute, it's another Black History Month, and it's not the shortest month of the year, right? Like just stuff like that. Like it's a running joke in America. We get the shortest month of the year. It's a whole Black History Month in a whole other country that we don't even know about.
Yeah. I mean, it's a
I
lot
find
of
that
Black
interesting.
people in the UK. There is a lot. of black people in the UK.
I know. I remember your Philly
You know,
self was. It's black
I look
people
at
in.
the movies, UK movies.
It's black people in Scotland. No, they Scotland black people.
They're there.
They got
They
the
got some
bagpipes. They
good
be
movies. You better
with
look
they
at
locks.
their movies. They got some of the best freaking writers come from the UK. African Americans, don't get twisted. They got some of the best
Let me
movies.
tell you something. We supposed to be doing movie reviews, but I'm gonna tell you that one show with the super sale, my goodness. And the dude is a UK rapper. The dude who produced and acted
Hmm.
in it, monster of a show. It was on Netflix.
I need to look at
Monster
it.
of a show. Like the people with sickle cell, a certain form of it, they gave them superpowers. It was insane. It was so good, baby. It was really
That's
good.
dope.
Really, really good. Really good. But I thought that was really interesting,
Cool.
and I want to encourage anybody who hears that about the October Black History Month and the UK and all that stuff. Look that up, man. I found it fascinating. And now I want to talk about something that I know this little woman gonna be in. I found out through the grapevine that Jay-Z and Beyonce is going on tour again.
Maybe. Maybe they're going on.
What? Now they don't like each other no more. Now they don't want to go on tour no more, huh?
Listen, I mean, you know it'd be dope. And you know what? What did you have to say about it before you found it out? What was your thoughts? Would
Nothing.
you want to go?
I was thinking like, would I want to go? Here you go. You trying to get me to go? You trying to get me to go
You know I'm a
early? Like, ooh,
Jay-Z
I can get
fan.
into a B. No, this is what you thinking because you like. I know I wouldn't get him to go to a B concert because I go with my girls or my sister anyway. But Jay coming, I got him. You think you slick? You went through all that in 13.2 milliseconds. Was like, I can get him to come. That's exactly what's going
Would
on.
you go?
I know what you doing. Who else gonna be there?
They don't be inviting people.
Selfish. They said this
Now I
our
know
tour.
we're talking about selfish and fellowshipping and making moves. Now I'm gonna get
All
my
that.
people. Like y'all gotta do better with every now and then. They have Kendrick Lamar. You'll see. I think Megan Thee Stallion was there. Them the only two people I remember. I don't remember.
That's terrible.
I don't. So they come.
That's
But
terrible.
here's the thing. Oh, you see all those black people on the stage for backup, playing the band, the music, the workers. You remember you went inside in the theater with me. It's all
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
the culture that surrounded their performance is really good. Yep.
Okay. Okay. I will go with you for real. I will go with you just to say I went.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Just
I
to
ain't
say
like
you
none of
went.
I ain't even listening. But
You gotta you go it's
yeah,
the
it's like to say,
experience.
oh, mm, just to say I went, aka just for the
That's
experience.
terrible.
I'm about to switch the topic before I get to get jumped on. That's what I'm
That's
about to
your
do.
best bet.
That's why you in the corner now. That's why you in the closet now in the corner.
I'm on the wall. You put me in the corner.
In the corner, nose in the wall. Damn it, punishment.
Ridiculous.
Okay. Last segment before we leave. And for real, thank you for coming on with us. And before we leave, I want you to give a shout out to your podcast. One more again. One more again. It'd be nice if I could be on it.
Never.
Anyway,
Never.
this is the segment that I like to call though, for real though. What we gonna do? What we's gonna do? What we gonna do? I wish I had a voice. What we's gonna
What they
do?
gonna do?
This week, like every week, really, man, I think that like one of the biggest keys is supporting ourselves in terms of black businesses. And on top of supporting ourselves, because I see and what I know, because I'm a black person, I'm a black man, I felt these feelings before. I think that when it comes to supporting black folks, I think a lot of us really, it's hard for us to really want to see another black person win, especially when they're close to them. For instance, someone will know that you have a specific business doing hair forever. And you will see them coming in, coming out, hair done, hair toe up, hair, you will hear they call around you. Talk about, you know who do hair? Anything not to give you that 50 funky
Ain't
dollars.
that crazy?
You know what I mean? Because this really, and we know it's true, but this is something that we do not talk about. And it's the stuff, just like relationships, huh, mama? The stuff you don't talk about is the shit that kills you, right?
Mm.
In families, the stuff you don't talk about, you know, uncle be touching people. You know, sis is on dope. But I'm just saying, though, you know, these people. And it's facts, and we don't talk about it, and it just burns at us. And the fact that we really don't want to see black people win like we fake like we do, because if we did, simple things like social media, everybody can identify with this. You have an event, you have a need, and you look, ain't nobody commented, ain't nobody shared your stuff, ain't nobody except your loved one liked it. Like, where's all my people? But if you post some Jay-Z and Beyonce's doing a tour next year, whoa, you all of a sudden popular on social media. Am I lying out there,
You're
people?
not lying. And
Okay, so it's not
just
just
to
me.
add to that,
Go ahead.
I also think too that people, black people to be exact, I think black people have a hard time understanding that everyone can't be the chief. Like everybody can't be at the head. Like play your respectable places and
Are
roles
you trying to?
without
But I'm a king. Wait a minute, queen. I'm a king.
no, not just me. Because here's the thing. I'm so serious because right, I think like let's use your business for example. Movements. That's yours. You're the face. That's what you do. For me over here, you got me as your treasure, as your person to do other things, create, design. Then you got your other person over here who hunt for events. Like you got Steph over there. You got so many different avenues because we okay simmering down and playing our respectable roles. And I think until we find out, like, all right, what is your strength? What can you bring to the table? What can you do?
Mm-hmm.
And go into these
Mm-hmm.
areas of with people who already got things started. And then people selfish. We some selfish. Oh, why are you so selfish? If I'm telling you I got this to offer, I can make this go, I can add here, this is my idea. Open it up. Spread the love. But yeah, everybody want to be in the light. Everybody want to be the face. And it's not exactly why we at the end and we're last. And you got Chinatowns in every goddamn city flourishing. They got communities, hospital. I went to the did I tell you about that? I know we about to go. Did I tell you I went to
Tell me.
urgent
No, tell
care
me. Go
about
ahead.
6 months, maybe about a year ago? And I didn't know that I was going over here to, I don't know, I think it's Powell. I don't know, wherever Chinatown is up in here. The urgent care, everybody in there was Asian. I said, what in the world am I doing here? These people don't know how to diagnose me. I go back there. I think I was having really bad migraines or stomach cramps or something like that.
I remember.
And
I
then he told
remember.
me, go lay down. Yeah. And so, but again, just think about it. They got their own grocery stores, big ones. They ain't small. Own living
And you
developments,
and
3-story
you.
homes.
But you said something important. Clearly, they can't deny people care because they
They
let you
let you
in.
in.
Because that's law. Because that's law. But they know. But everybody know that's
That's
theirs.
theirs. Theirs.
But you see, whenever we try to do something, oh, you're trying to be, man, we're not sharp enough to say no. Everybody could come. But what happens is we let everybody come, but because we don't want to see black people win, our own
Like
people
that's
won't come. So that black business that was so that same black hospital that's supposed to be black, our asses will still be going to Kaiser, our
crazy.
asses will still be going to
Crazy.
Emmanuel, and then everybody else will take it over. They'll be like, where's the black one? It was there. Asians, they understand the mission. If you build it, they really gonna come. You ain't gonna have to worry about go to an Asian restaurant. You will see the family,
The
nigga,
whole
sitting around
family.
eating. You will see them doing the numbers. Am I
Baby,
lying,
you
baby? Am I
no.
lying, people out there? You will see the husband doing the numbers, counting their chips, while the family eating, while our black ass coming spending our money.
And it ain't gonna stop
But we don't understand
until
that.
we simmer down, stop being selfish, understand that everybody can't be the chief. And we gotta work together. It is what it is.
Even more though, when you said that though, see, before we leave, when you look around, man, everybody who has hustle, we all are getting money, at least enough money to not be homeless, right? At least enough money to still have a bag of get your girl a bag, go to the movies, go to dinner, you know what I mean? Have a drink. We all doing that, right? So therefore, there's clearly enough
Yeah.
for the selfish ones,
Yeah.
baby. There's clearly enough because we all
Yep.
making it. I'm talking about the people who have a hustle, the people who went who if you went to school, if you really apply yourself, there's enough. So why would we not conglomerate and make more? Somebody tell me, because I know I got this big old head. I think it's because I'm smart.
Right. You
Maybe it's the
covering the
opposite.
screen. Back up.
Please, please look, the whole screen forehead. But seriously though,
That's
why
true.
would we not? The people who already winning come together to look at big tech. You got Facebook, Amazon coming together. People who are damn near enemies
It's
in the big
crazy.
tech world coming together to say screw them, and us little people won't come together for anything. We about to go eat. We going to Benihana's. You know,
Exactly.
you know why? Because we hey, look, we talk all that stuff. Yeah, we going to Benihana's. I don't know what y'all. I don't
How
know.
you did that?
Look, good luck, niggas.
Listen.
Hey, good luck, niggas. But let me make one more point on that though. Seriously, you have a sister who's in corporate America doing very well. You have a brother, man, I got like 13 jobs. I'm okay, right? I'm doing all right. Yet we still sitting here taking time out of our time together to talk to our people to encourage us. Just remember that no matter what you heard, we just took some time out of our life to encourage and inform us, and we don't have to. With that information, go to your congressman, your senate, the black ones, and say, "What are y'all doing? Why we got to go to social media to get the news? Black Caucus of Congress, whatever y'all. I can't even think of y'all now. But seriously, when we was talking about you was cooking, baby, but so I didn't want to interrupt you. But when we was talking about how they going there, no, the Black Congress Caucus should literally be doing the town hall. They should be doing there, not the rappers. They're in there with the president, mama. They should be in there taking questions from us. What the fuck are y'all doing? When is that gonna happen?
That's true.
It's the things we just don't think. We just don't think about it. We just, even me, I just seem like I ain't. I promise you, I'm thinking. It just frustrates me like hell. Anyway, thank you for joining me,
You're
baby.
welcome.
I'll see you. I'll see you in a minute because I'm about to use some Benny Holmes. Some Benny Holmes.
No.
Ah, beautiful. Some Benny Holmes.